Well, after cooking countless pounds of shrimp while writing his wonderful new book, How to Cook Everything, Mark Bittman discovered an interesting thing about cooking shrimp. If you simmer them slowly in a bit of good olive oil, with very little coaxing, the shrimp will create its own wonderful sauce. Mark calls this shrimp my way. And it's an excellent recipe, Mark. And thank you very much for coming here today.
Oh, it's great to be
so
here.
I have one pan and you have one pan, and we can just cook shrimp.
Right. Well, there's lots of ways you can do shrimp with olive oil, of course, and I'm doing it the sort of garlicky, cumin-y way, and you're going to do orange, chilies, a little spicier way. But we're both starting with really more than a little bit of olive oil.
Like, what, a quarter of a cup?
Yeah, I'd say a quarter of a cup. And a fair amount of garlic slivered here rather than minced, because it's really nice to have. It becomes soft and tender and sweet.
Olive oil is so good. You already smell it so nicely.
And then as soon as the garlic begins to blonde, as the Italians would say, we're going to add our seasonings, and then the shrimp, and the dish is really, it's a 5-minute dish.
And this is the way I think so many people want to cook nowadays, wish they knew how to cook. And I think that you'll really enjoy these kinds of easy recipes. And the shrimp have to be just impeccably fresh. You have them
some beauties,
deveined and peeled, but you left the tails on.
These are Mexican or Pacific whites, as they're called, and they're big, beautiful shrimp. But I mean, you can use any shrimp that you want from the supermarket as long as they're fresh.
You want me to have slivers of orange, or can I grate some?
You can grate some, I think, and in fact, you can grate it directly into here.
Again,
and we're going to use the juice.
We're
going to use the juice of that orange too. Let's just turn this down a tiny bit.
Okay.
Keep that. We don't want the garlic to brown. And I'm ready to go with my spices. I'm adding some cumin and some paprika and a tiny bit of cayenne. A lot of cumin. Somewhat less paprika, just a pinch of cayenne.
And I should also add 2 or so small chilies. I'll add 3. And the juice from one orange too, right?
Yep.
Stove is hot.
Stove is hot.
Oh, does that smell good?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm ready for shrimp now. And by the time I have mine in here, you'll be ready too.
And about 2 dozen shrimp?
Well, you know, these are big. I would say we're going to fit about 16 in here.
Oh, do I love the smell of that orange.
Yeah, we've got some, in 3 minutes, we've just changed the complete atmosphere in here.
So how many pounds of shrimp did you cook while you were testing me all these recipes?
I was buying those 5-pound bags all the time.
I don't like to really crowd my pan.
Well, in this instance, you're not really trying to brown the shrimp. What you're just trying to do is get their juices out. And you know, shrimp, as you know, cooking so quickly that practically by the time you get all of them in, you're ready to start turning them. This is a dish I really love to serve with bread because you want to just soak up all of those juices. Yours is great with rice, and of course it would be good with bread also. And this you can use with that orange flavor. You can use rosemary, tarragon is really nice. But in this variation, it's great with curry powder, chili powder, almost any kind of spice mix that you like, but always garlic and olive oil. And then finishing with lemon, because a dish like this, you need some acidity to cut through all these powerful flavors. Shrimp, you know, is almost always sold frozen. Or that is, it's almost always frozen after catch. And it's defrosted in the fish market or the supermarket. So I like to buy frozen shrimp and defrost it myself, because that way you have control over when it's defrosted. You know exactly what you've got. Well, I'm ready here. Just some lemon.
Oh, and I'll need lemon also.
You will need lemon. Here.
Thank you. I think mine need just a touch more cooking. And they are exuding their own juices nicely.
Yeah.
Really great.
That is so pretty.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I thought I would add maybe a little bit of chopped cilantro and then the leaves of cilantro.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I wanted some roughly cut parsley for this.
And I like the red chilies. This is a very colorful dish. Okay, there. There, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
And that was so fast. And
real
so
time,
good.
right?
So good. There's no mess to clean up, and it's really very, very nice.
Where are we going with these?
Oh, just bring it over here.
Okay.
We can have, do you want a couple of mine and I'll have a couple of yours?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. They smell so good. That juice is lovely.
That is gorgeous.
It's a good color. That's that one. Oh, so those got a nice little, almost a crust on them.
Yeah, that's a real spice crust there. Well, this is good. I was hungry.
And I'll slice you a piece of bread. Now, do you have a lot of other shrimp recipes in your book?
Oh, dozens. I think shrimp is something that everybody loves. And it's so fast. It cooks in, I don't know how long this took, but usually 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And there's so many things you can do with it. I love to stir fry it. I love to roast it. I love to grill it. Grilling shrimp is great. But this is really my favorite.
Well, I can't wait to taste.
You should taste yours first because it's a little lighter.
Really good. Very, very good shrimp.
I like this so much.
The spice is excellent. Well, you can see what we did in so little time, and it is a delicious, delicious taste treat to have these shrimp like this. Mark Bittman, thank you. We will all be using your book.
Glad to hear it.
For a long time to come, I have a feeling. Thank you.